Grand Rising family. This is Dr. Kia. It is January the 17th, 2022. This is a Monday. We're at the head of the week, the beginning of the week, and we're excited because we expect great news to continue to move forward. So I just want to briefly come on here to ask you all to send your positive thoughts and prayers to my family because just like everyone else, we're dealing with coping with going on in the geopolitical scene, also dealing with family illnesses and just a whole lot of things. So please send your positive prayers and thoughts. I really, really appreciate it. So let's talk about today being the 17th. 1 plus 7 equals 8. 8 is the number of abundance, which 8 is also my life path number. So we know that the number of abundance signifies prosperity, surplus, wealth, and all the things that come along with it. So expect some wonderful, wonderful things to happen during this whole season. Actually, it's also Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, so it kind of represents freedom or independence. But the National Freedom Day is actually February the 1st. So look forward to like just a whole bunch of great things happening right now. Let's talk about President T or Mr. T's speech or rally at the Arizona rally on, I think it was Saturday, January the 15th. It was great. It was exciting. It sounded much like a State of the Union address to me. But who am I? And I think that's peculiar because number 46 postponed his State of the Union address, which normally occurs in January. He postponed it until March 1st. What if that postponement is actually a cancellation because the real State of the Union address was actually on Saturday? We're hoping that the 19th president of our restored republic, was actually giving his State of the Union address. Now, it was interesting that he did not wear a tie. So that is important to us because we were looking for a tie, a signal. Is it the red tie, Mr. T, or is it the blue tie, Mr. T? Because Dick Gregory, who was an actor and comedian, had told us in one of his speeches or dialogues that there were two Mr. T's. He said the red tie one was the correct one or the real one, and the blue tie one he just said was the fake one. Was he a body double? Was he his twin? I don't know, but there is some speculation that he does have a twin, as do many people who are put before us. So we're not sure. Now, Dick Gregory not only told us that, but he also told us about some manipulation with things that go on with, can you say the word, the E word, when you're voting and you're not selecting but electing somebody? He said there was some funny business going on when he had run in the 1960s. He told us that this goes on because he actually won, but they messed with the numbers, and then Dick Gregory did win. But he had been telling us all this stuff and giving us the scoop. So anyway, Mr. T didn't wear a tie. There was no red tie, no blue tie, no gold tie to let us know we're under the gold standard. There was no tie. So when we delved into that, we realized by talking to businessmen that at the end of the deal, and Mr. T wrote a book called The Art of the Deal, so need to know that. But at the end of a deal, you take the tie off. You don't wear a tie because you're at the end of the deal. You're at the end game. You've reached negotiations. You've done everything you needed to do. You've executed the plan. It's over. So you take the tie off, and that represents relaxing. We're going to settle down now. We're going to celebrate. So maybe that's what Mr. T was trying to tell us. Now, when I was growing up, I was taught that the men in our community, a lot of whom were secret Masons, especially your pastors, and even people who understood the indigenous heritage, they said that the necktie was actually representative of a noose or of having your neck cut off. So a lot of the men would not wear a tie, or if they did, it was uncomfortable, and they just told us that was the history that we hadn't been told. Now, I don't know about indigenous people if they had ever worn a necktie. They might have had handkerchiefs. I come from the Cherokee tribe. I don't know of wearing neckties. That could be, something that we do in contemporary times. But the men didn't like the tie back then. I think that's interesting. So there could be many reasons why he didn't wear the tie. Now, if you look it up and Google it, it will say that sartorialists is what they call them, agree that the tie originated from the 17th century. And then you'll find some sources that say it originated from ancient China or ancient Asian dynasties. But I don't know. All I know is he didn't wear one. We're at the end game. We're ready to celebrate. And underneath the screen, I have the screenshot. You see a ticker that said NESARA GESARA, the National Economic Security and Reformation Act, or the Global Economic Security Reformation Act, which completely gets rid of all debts, all individual debts on the planet, all country debts. We have the goal to do that, and gold will end the Fed, is what Q said. Oh, and this is the 17th. The 17th letter also is very important to us as being the 17th, which are a group of military people or governmental people who have a high Q clearance, who came online on October 2017 to give us information and intel about what has been going on behind the scenes. So look at that rally if you care to, but I will show you the screenshot of NESARA GESARA coming underneath the ticker. And also look at Mr. T very closely. He had his cap down very, you know, down far on his eyes, so you couldn't see his eyes. So some of us are thinking that wasn't him. It could have been his double, could have been a twin, could have been someone wearing a mask, but he looked like the actor known as Ron Masak, Masak. And when you put a side by side image, it's like, was that you? I don't know. But the real Mr. T was probably taking care of business, or maybe he's being protected off planet or somewhere else, since there have been many threats against his life. All we know is we're sending him prayers, we're sending him positive energy, and we're celebrating because we did see that unofficial announcement of NESARA GESARA. So let's be excited. Let's hold our families tightly. We've been through so much, family, so much with this sickness, so much with the conspiracy behind the cure, just so much with the geopolitical information, the war, the lockdowns, the shut-ins, the National Guard that's on the ground, which a lot of people are saying is actually in the hospitals, possibly ensuring that they could do correct protocol. So some are on the ground and some are in the hospitals. Some people are really being um, what you call arrested. So keep your vibrations high. I'll be back later to talk to you. I love you. Hug each other, kiss each other. We're there. We're at the end game. Mr. T let us know that, and so has our higher self and our spiritual guides. I love you, family. We must keep our vibrations high. We must keep our hope high, okay? We must celebrate. Don't wait till the battle's over. Shout now. This is a time of jubilee. We're so excited. I get excited, I start slobbing. I love you all. I have to go tend to my family. Remember, I need positive vibrations, please. I do have a family member who needs that, okay? And I'll talk to you all later. Mwah. Dr. Kia signing off. Have a very happy January 17th. Bye. Peace. Mwah. Talk to you later. See ya.